welcome back. It's June 19th, 2025, and at the age of 20 years old, I have completed 4 full sets of the John Deere patios. The 110s, the 112s, the 120s, and the 140s. For this being done, I don't know what led me to do it, but it was an achievement I started 5 years ago, going to Kentucky and buying 2 orange and red Patio 110s. And from there on, I just kept on buying. Everything here is a 1970 John Deere 120, which they only made the John Deere 120 for 1 year and continued some in 1971. But the main production of a full year is 1970. For these to be patios, they are the ultra rare. And there's only, I don't even know of a handful of people that have the full 120 patio sets, but they're out there. This one here came near Chicago, Illinois. It was painted green. There's a previous video to this video where it was painted green from the dealership because they did not sell. And I just had this tractor restored to its now glory. Got a Hapco seat. I love the tri-ribs on the front. That just tops them off. But there's that one there. This one here, for many John Deere collectors, there was a show called Gathering of the Green, which is the biggest John Deere show pretty much. It's biannual, every 2 years. This one time it was held in the West Bend, Wisconsin. And I bought this previous to the show from a young man in South Dakota. He had bought this in Tennessee, and man, it was looking rough. And he did an excellent restoration on it. He put a aftermarket reproduction Brindley carryall on the front. Has the heavy duty air cleaner. He put the narrow fronts on. He put a aftermarket hour meter, which these are actually correct. He has the original, or the factory correct Haven Sycamore, and a John Deere radio that still works. This is a NOS seat. I have the seat cover to it. Brand new tires around it, and a John Deere 80 cart. There's a few imperfections in the pan, has some pitting and stuff that's not excellent, but for me, it's a show tractor. Everything has history. It's patina. So, for what it is, it'll do me good. It was the last one that I had to get for this set, and it really stands out for me in my set. For these two here, these came from near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. My dad and I went out there. We left at 3 o'clock in the morning and drove 13 hours one way. Picked them up. And on the way back, we hit Ohio and we had a snowstorm. Well, it ended up being about 16 hours home. So within about 29 hours, we picked up this yellow and red, and I got a round fender Sycamore and a square fender Sycamore, both 110s, from the same auction off of Almond Auctions of the Greg McGrew estate. But It was well worth it. These were actually the first two 120s that I bought to start my set. And I figured, oh, it'll be a few more years. But then that one, the blue, popped up in Chicago. I bought the green locally, and the orange one finished it out about 6 months after. So this 120 set took about a year to make, or a year to find. But this yellow, I'm gonna end up putting a 54 center mount blade on it. This seat I had re-dyed. It's an original seat. But it looks good. Has original wavy lugs on it. I like those. This cart I got, it was over in Effingham. This Patio 80 cart here and this green 80 cart. They are in Effingham, Illinois. And picked them up from a gentleman. I bought his whole cart collection. There's a 30, 2.8s, 250s, and these 280s. But if you haven't seen already, all my 120s have hubcaps. I like them because they all stand out pretty nice. But then last but not least is the green. The green and yellow. They're what everybody liked. 120. This one has been totally rebuilt. Decked to the halt. Everything meticulous. This is the same gentleman that redid my spruce blue down there. He does an excellent job with them. And he makes you want to not even touch them, which I don't sit on any of these anymore. They do make the reproduction seat covers. They're about $500, and you got to buy the trim, and then you have to find the factory correct seat cover or the seat pan. And these seats that are new old stock, they're anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, which is just crazy. But my goal was to preserve history on these and make a set for all to enjoy. I'll be showing around the area this summer. I'll be in Rantoul. I'll be in Greenville Heritage Days and a few other local shows for me. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them for you. I'll probably do an individual video on this orange 120 here. But yeah, at the age of 20, this is my final set of the John Deere patios. And I can finally say I've had all 16. I've had the sweet 16. That's sweet to say.
Driving down the highway and passing job sites throughout our community.